Hi, my name is Dr. Shannon. I'm a physical therapist, nutrition coach, and strength and conditioning coach. And today I'm going to talk to you about the most common weight loss mistakes that I see and why these methods don't work. Okay, so mistake number one is the yo-yo diet. You try to eat as little as possible, maybe 1,200 calories right off the bat at the start of your fat loss phase. You're pretty compliant at first, but by the end of the week, you're hungry. You're tired, you're stressed, and you're over the diet. So you eat every snack in the house, you have a couple glasses of wine, maybe some chocolate, and then you promise yourself that you'll start back over on that 1,200 calorie diet the next day. But then the next day comes and it's Saturday and your friend wants to go out to dinner. So you go out to dinner with your friend and you eat everything and you drink all the drinks. And so then you make the same promise to yourself the next day. And then maybe you do go back to that 1,200 calories, for the next day and for the rest of the week. But come Friday, this cycle begins again. And because of these bingy days, you're never actually in a calorie deficit from a weekly standpoint. So you never lose weight. So you're left with no weight loss. You feel like you're constantly dieting. You're exhausted, frustrated, and hungry. And not seeing results. Not a great combination. Here's why this isn't working for you. You're trying to go too fast and do too much too soon. When you lose weight, you want to try and do it while eating as much food as possible. Most people will find that every few weeks or so, they have to drop their calories a little more in order to continue losing weight. But this is much more sustainable than dropping your calories as much as possible right off the bat. This way you're eating maybe 1,600 calories for a couple weeks or 1,400. And maybe you'll get to that 1,200 calorie point, but it'll be at the very end and only for a couple weeks rather than months. So what this allows is, one, you won't be starving for most of your fat loss phase. It'll allow you to fit in foods that you actually enjoy and continue to do social things like go out to eat. So you won't feel this need to, binge on the weekends. You won't be exhausted and depleted, and it'll save you from losing your muscle mass as well. When we try to lose weight too quickly and, you see these commercials that are like lose 30 pounds in 30 days, not realistic without losing muscle mass too, which we don't want because then you lost weight, but now your body composition is not going to be what it would have if you took the slow route. Mistake number two is cutting out an entire food group. For me, this was cutting carbs, probably for most people. And I would say that's the most common one there. With diets like keto, Atkins, etc. So now you may have to cut some carbs in order to achieve a calorie deficit because those calories have to come from somewhere, right? But by eliminating an entire food group, you're doing two things. One, likely dropping your calories too fast, too soon, as we just talked about. Two, you're setting a food rule. You're telling your brain that carbs are off limits, carbs are bad. So that means the second that you do this, all you're gonna wanna do is eat those carbs. So again, for most people, this is not a sustainable way of losing weight and eating. So it's gonna be really hard for you to stick to this both short and long term, which may or may not lead to weight loss depending on how long you can stick to it, but it almost definitely will lead to weight regain. Because for most people, the second that they allow those forbidden foods back in, they start overeating again because they never really changed their actual eating habits. All right, mistake number three is endless cardio. Also guilty of making this mistake. Back in high school and early college, I thought that I had to become a runner, a long distance runner, if I wanted to lose any sort of weight. Because of what so many things tell you, right? And that's cardio makes you skinny. And cardio is what's going to help you lose weight. So while exercise and cardio can certainly aid in weight loss, it's honestly more of a factor in maintaining your weight. The most important way to weight loss is through your nutrition, and cardio can be icing on the cake to help you continue to lose at slightly higher calories. Ultimately, we burn a lot less than we think we do when we exercise, unfortunately. So it's really, really hard to lose weight through exercise alone without honing in on your diet and nutrition. So if you're spending hours on the stair mill, but your diet is not in check, you're probably not going to get very far. The second piece to this is People see pictures of really fit women and they think that cardio is going to get them that super toned body that they're looking for that's in all of the fitness magazines. Again, while cardio is a great tool and important for overall health, it's not going to get you that like toned, defined look, right? That's all muscle mass. So often women will neglect their strength training when trying to lose weight, and then they're disappointed when they actually lose the weight, but they still look soft or what you may have heard called skinny fat. Because in reality, the key to that look is going to be building that muscle first and then losing that fat on top. So the secret sauce for that is progressive overload training, building muscle, and then going into a calorie deficit to reveal that muscle that you built. All right, the last mistake that I'm going to talk about today is setting unrealistic goals. So this goes back to my point before of 30 pounds in 30 days. Unrealistic goal. So everyone always has a ton of motivation in January, right? Or, right before summer. There's certain times of the year. And then that lasts for like about a week. So you need to set goals that are attainable and realistic for your lifestyle so that they can form into habits rather than relying on, that excitement and that motivation. We need to just make this a habit. So for example, if you don't currently go to the gym at all, don't set a goal to go 6 times per week. You're setting yourself up for failure. Make a goal to go twice per week. If you eat takeout 7 days a week, make a goal to cook 1 or 2 times a week at first, and then, reduce your takeout days to 5 days. By setting more realistic goals that are actually attainable for you, one, these are going to be changes that you can accomplish. So you're going to feel proud of yourself. You're going to feel good that you accomplished that goal. So then you're going to be more likely to stick to them, make them habits, and continue to build on those goals. So always set goals that are achievable first, and then you can always go up from there. And that will, again, help build your confidence and make this more of a habit for you. All right, so I hope this was helpful for all of you ready to start chasing a fitness goal. I hope I debunked some things for you. And remember that slow, steady, and sustainable is the way to success. You need to build habits that you can stick to for the long term. This is a journey, not just things that you can do for a few weeks. This is a journey, not a destination.